It's Vlogtober day 17. I'm getting ready to take Abigail to dance, and I got a parent-teacher conference. And it's so cold today, you guys. It hailed. Like little tiny itty-bitty pieces of hail. Like 3 different times. It's insane. I'm totally rocking my crocheted owl hat from the fabulous Melody of Melody Crochet Podcast. This is pretty much like the best hat in the whole entire planet. It fits me perfectly. I can stick my messy bum through it because I'm having a really bad hair day. It's a gorgeous color. And it has owls on it. Love it. So I've got a little bit of time in between dropping off Abby at dance and going into her parent-teacher conference. So I'm putting a couple rows on my In the Light shawl, which I'm already so much happier with this color. You can't see it as good on camera as it appears in real life. It's like got super fuchsias and blues and oranges and yellows, and let me show you what it looks like here. Look at that color. The lines there are blue. I'm not sure why they're popping up green, but it's like a turquoisey blue. Kind of like, this is turquoisey blue. I took a picture, and you can see in the picture that it's like a turquoisey blue, not like a super light teal. It's closer to this. I don't know why it's, not turquoisey blue, like a tealy blue, not turquoise. Saying everything backwards. But yeah, figured I'd put in a couple rows in this. I'm so much happier with the way it's looking now with these extra pops of color. Really helps bring it to life instead of not being able to see it at all. So I'm super excited to see what it looks like when I actually get into the full transition of the colors. I think it's going to be amazing. I'm probably going to wear this to the Ann Arbor Fiber Festival. This is kind of my piece I'm hoping to have done to take with me. Yay! Super excited! Okay guys, so I said it was going to be Whip Wednesday. I'm still working on getting that tutorial out. It's been one heck of a day. So real quick, I dug out all my whips and I'm going to go through all them super quick and get this edited and posted for today. Tutorial is taking a little bit longer than I was expecting. Some technical issues, but we'll get it figured out. It will be posted at some point. I apologize. It will still come out, I promise. I'll keep you updated. For now, let's run down some whips, okay? So I'm going to start with some of the most recent ones that you guys have seen on the podcast and on Instagram and things like that. I'm not going to show any of the ones where I've just caked up the yarn and not started the project yet because I have a lot of those, like 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I have a good 4 of those that I've like wanted to start desperately, so I've caked up the yarn. 5. So I've caked up the yarn, but I haven't started yet. So I'm just going to show the ones that I've started and ones that are really old and even older and things like that, kind of progressively going backwards in time. Speaking of backwards in time, I'm totally watching season 9 of Doctor Who right now, and spoilers, if nobody's seen season 9 of Doctor Who yet, spoilers, just like fast forward 5 seconds, okay? Maybe 20. Clara just died. Like, Doctor Who companions don't just die. That doesn't happen. What the heck? So I'm pretty sure she's going to come back somehow. But it was really emotional, so I'm still getting over that. So I apologize. Okay, we're good. So, one of the most recent, I'm not going to count any of like the owls and stuff that I've got going on because they're just little fiddly projects. Don't even matter. This is projects like for me kind of thing. So I was just working on this one today, quite a bit. I'm pretty sure I talked about it before. If not, I think I mentioned it like on Instagram or something. This is my, I think which way it goes here, my In the Light shawl. So here's where it started out, the green. This thing is already massive. Started out with the green, faded into the Earl Grey. This is Earl Grey's from the Woolen Homestead. Now look at this. Remember how I said I left one line and you couldn't see it and I like posted a picture? You can see that one line now, can't you? Do you see that one white line right there? but it's going to make me so angry that you can see it right there. And I probably could have kept it. But I'm really loving this color that I'm using right now. It's got like, where's my ball? Lots of yellows, blues, purples, pinks. It's mainly, let's see, it's like a bright blue. I think I just showed this in a video clip I took in the car, didn't I? Yeah, so you can get that to focus. There we go. Maybe. I don't think everyone wants to focus. Anyway, that's the color I'm doing. And I'm really liking the way it's looking so far in there. It brings just a little bit of excitement to the show. Instead of just having drab colors like grays and greens, which I love. I'm very much a neutral person, but I think it's really going to kind of tie the end together in a really fun way. So I'm excited to see how that goes. I think it looks even better in real life than it does on camera. Except for that one stupid white stripe. It's going to piss me off so bad knowing that it's there, but I'm not undoing it. The only problem is this is all I've got left in my Earl Grey color. And I'm supposed to have like 17 more freaking rows with it, and that is not going to happen. So I'm going to have to cut that one section short, which I guess is fine because it's already long enough to wrap around my neck. So with blocking everything, it's going to grow even more. And I've got quite a bit of this color I can add in yet. Yes, we'll see where that goes. Might have to cut that one section a little bit shorter than I was planning on. Another recent whip is, don't mind this mess, I had an issue. My Strictly socks. I was on the heel, and apparently I got too into the show and I messed up the heel. I think I talked about this at one point. So I just ripped it all out today, which thank God I put my little stitch markers on either side so I could just rip back that far and pick up the stitches. So I picked them up with a DPN, and I'm just kind of like transferring them back right now. So yeah, I just picked that up today because I was hoping to do this in the car because it's a quick, easy car project, but I didn't have enough time to fix the heel because I was trying to record the tutorial. So that project, I'm not even sure how long Strictly goes for. I better get my freaking ass moving if I'm going to make Strictly socks, because this is all I've got so far. How long does it go for? Somebody tell me how long Strictly Come Dancing goes for, because I watched like a couple episodes on YouTube, and that was pretty much it. I think my rule bending is going to end up being I'm going to make these in the car during Abby's dance lessons, because that's like dance related. And I'll try to watch it on YouTube occasionally. So there's that. I'm not going to go over all the yarns and everything I'm using because that will take too long. And I don't even remember some of them. Another project I'm trying to finish up is my Tri-Peak Fade by the ever amazing Holly. I'm so close. I just got to finish this last, like, almost, I think I'm like to the decrease now. So I just got to finish that decrease. And then I can wear this gorgeousness. I love that I only use 2 colors in all honesty, and I can't wait for this to soften up. I find a cool way to wear this one so that the peaks like actually show. You'll wear it like sideways. This thing's gonna be massive too though, especially once it gets blocked. Oh yeah. This is for sale now. She actually has released the pattern. We've all pretty much gone through, I don't think any of us have finished it yet. It is fingering weight at a very small gauge with a very small hook. I probably could have finished, but once we looked through all the pattern and, you know, any mistakes that were caught, she noticed it got fixed and it's been released, and it's a fantastic pattern. So you should definitely grab it. I just have had some more pressing issues, unfortunately, and I haven't had time to finish mine yet. So it is hot on my list. I'm trying to get that one done for the Cal, and I really want to wear it to the the Ann Arbor Fiber Festival, which is on the 27th. Mainly because it's got at least one dyer the Woolen Homestead is Tiffany and Ethan, and I believe they're going to be there. So last time I wore a hat that was by their yarn. It's kind of like a thing now for me. I'm going to just always wear like local Michigan yarns that I've used because it just sounds fun. This is why when I got this green one at the Michigan Fiber Festival too. So I'm not sure if she'll be there or not. I asked her about it, and I think she said she might be, which would be cool because then I could like actually maybe find out what this is. Because it didn't have a tag or anything. Other recent whip. I feel like I'm missing one. It might be. This one I was really wanting to have done for the Fiber Festival, but there's absolutely no way that's happening because I have too much else going on. Is my Weekender by Andrea Mowry. I love how the colors look on this. It's so pretty. Super excited to get this one going and done. It's oversized, so it's got a little crinklage going up. So it's supposed to be like really big and baggy and comfortable, which this, I will tell you, is being made with Comfy Cotton Blend by Lion Brand. So it's nothing like super fancy. It was pretty cheap. I want to say I got the yarn for less than $6 a ball. And there's some serious yardage to this. It's a DK weight, but it works up like a worsted. It has 392 yards in it. So I didn't need to get that many balls. And it's, for a cotton blend, it's really soft. So I think this is going to be one of those like super comfortable wear with jeans and boots kind of sweaters that I cannot wait to have. And this, if I finish this one correctly, will be my first garment. My first knit garment. I've attempted a couple crochet ones. They haven't turned out quite as I was wanting them to. And I did attempt the flax sweater at one point, if you remember, and I ended up ripping that out because it wasn't quite as I wanted either. I'm having a hard time trying to figure out where this is supposed to be because you're supposed to make this inside out, which is this way. And then you flip it around. Nope, that's outside, right side out. That's it. Getting all confused. So yeah, anyway, that's as much done work as I've gotten done on my Weekender before I took it off of my 8 needles to make my In the Light shawl for the Cal, which is being hosted by Cheverell from the Cheverell Stuff podcast, and Lacey, spelled L-A-C-Y, from the Knitted Cupcake, who is awesome. So there's that one. Now we're going to go a little bit back, a little bit further. Like I said, I have several things that are caked up ready to go. I have some of my Knit Crate yarn, that green, that I have a really cute top picked out for. And I have a couple different balls things. One picked out for like a shawl design I'm going to do. And Bryce's socks. Leo's other sock. I made one of his socks, but I haven't finished his second one. We'll start with this one. I got Abby's. This is all I've done on Abby's socks still. I haven't done anything else on it yet. I really need to because she's bugging me about it, and her feet are probably going to be growing soon, so I should finish it while it still fits her foot. So there's that one. What else? We'll go with this one because this one I'm dying to have some personal time to finish, but I've got so much else going on. This one is by the amazing Miller Girls yarn, and it's my own pattern. This is going to be my, oh my god, I love this. I love her yarn. It's so sparkly. She's the one I got the Labyrinth yarn from. Look at that sparkle. It is, look at, oh, can you see the diamond pattern? It's my Harley Quinn inspired one. I saw the yarn caked up. Let me see if I rewrapped it. And when I caked it up, it had like these diamondy shapes to it. Look at that. It's a little more muted in real life, but oh my gosh. I freaking love it. It's more of a, well, I guess it still shows up a pretty burgundy color. the sparkle though. Yeah, it's slightly more muted in real life, but I love it. So this is the beginnings of my Harley Quinn shawl, which I guess, you know, looking back at it, I really should have used a larger needle for a larger gauge, but it's got the 3 diamond pattern that runs down the length of the short side, and it's going to repeat all the way down. I love the way this pulls. I won't lie, I'm a pool lover. I love the way that yarn pulls differently. Like, it looks like a totally different shawl as you go. It's freaking amazing how yarn does that. And then this other side just has some, like, a slip stitch in it, a little more, and that's it. Nothing too crazy fancy, but I do want to get this one done and ready to go eventually. I started this friggin' thing forever and a day ago, and I have another ball of her yarn wound up. It was the labyrinth color from that was like inspired by Sarah's dress. I'm gonna move this down because I keep shrinking down a little. There we go. Apologies. So yeah, I have another ball. It's like tans and pinky purple goldish colors. It's gorgeous, super sparkly, and it's like Sarah's dress from the movie Labyrinth. And I have a really cool stitch pattern picked out that is very similar to Sarah's earrings in the ball scene, and I'm going to make a shawl out of that as well, because I have a slight obsession with the Miller Girls yarn, and she's going to be in Ann Arbor, so expect to see more of that when I come home from Ann Arbor. So there's that project. You want to see some more? Because I have more. I showed you Abby's sock. I showed you that. Okay, I think that's all my recent ones. Let's dig into some hibernation. So a while back, when I started watching Game of Thrones, I got the dragon, it's like a dragon scale mitt pattern, and I made some pink ones, but I only made one. I have my Fitbit on underneath, so don't mind that. I only made one, and I wasn't too happy with it. And I made this one thinking the colors would look good together, and I freaking hated it, so I only made one. But I have a lot of this yarn left over, so I might make some owls with this real quick. Now that I know it's there. I started a baby doll. I'm not sure what happened. It was supposed to be like a little sleepy time doll, and obviously her arms were on, but I must have cut them off. I know it was a doll. I don't know why I cut off her arms, or I think maybe I may have needed some of this pink for another pattern I was trying to finish. I'm really not sure what happened. That's all. She's just a little, yeah. I don't know what happened to her. I also started an elephant, and this is as far as I got on that. He was actually made, this will date it for you, the little girl that I babysit now, who just turned 2, her mom was decorating her nursery in elephants, and it had these like tealy blues and pinks were the color theme. So this was going to be a baby shower gift, and that's as far as I made it. So clearly, you know, like 2.5 years ago, I had good intentions. It's, you guys, all my stuff is sitting in like this tote. This is insane. I can't believe I didn't have this. There was another pattern. I don't know. I think it was a Cal run by like Bernat or something for this really cool like circular vest thing. And it comes out like this, and there's a couple more rows that are supposed to go to it. I got this yarn. It's some like super random from Joann's, you know, 6 balls in a bag. You don't know what they are kind of thing. But it makes this super cute little vest thing, like shirt. Because it has extra parts that like come up, so it like comes across here and then goes underneath the arms. But after I saw how many balls I had to use to make this one, I wasn't going to have enough to make the other half of it. So it's just kind of sitting here like a giant doily, doing absolutely nothing for, I don't even know when I started it. I don't even know if I lived here at the time. Maybe. It's somewhere between 2.5. Well, somewhere between 2 to 5 years old. I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue. I'm serious. I don't even know anymore. Like a year or two ago, I started making a cheeky chocolate pattern. That's brown, if you can't tell. Looks super weird in this light. So obviously nothing ever came of that. And, oh, here's a Detroit Tigers baby rattle that I never finished. That's probably about, oh my gosh. I'm sure I probably would have started this back when I worked at the call center. So 3, 4, 5. That's probably a good 6, 7 years old. I have no idea what it's still doing in here. No idea. Here's some Charmander pieces from when I was doing little Charmander chibis like a couple years ago. It goes that way. I don't even know. I think this is part of him. Could be a fox. I don't know. We're almost done with the little piddly things. My sister and her friends went to some book thing a million years ago, and she asked me to make something that was reminiscent of something they saw at this big book convention, which was these little cats that were supposed to be for her and her friends, and I only ever made one. I was supposed to make her like 6. I'm basically the worst sister ever, because I never make her anything I say I'm going to. I was supposed to make her these. I haven't finished. Oh, I forgot those dragon slipper booty thingies, but they're pretty much just a ball of yarn currently, so there's not much anything to show there. So I have to do those 2 for her. And I'm going to be making her a hat, which I am going to do because it's a fingering weight hat, which is totally the theme for this month for the Year of Hats Knit Along, which is being hosted by Taylor Earl from the Wool Needles Hands podcast. So that one I will be doing very soon. I'm going to have to cast it on so I have time to finish. But this thing is kind of cute. I should probably finish the rest of them. Her friends won't even remember. But I should probably finish. Then I have one more. In this box I have one more. Do you recognize him? Any Doctor Who fans? I bought this pattern. It is the 11th Doctor, Matt Smith, from Allison something. I can't remember her last name. It's from the Amigurumi books. Amigurumi. And she has all the Doctors. Patterns for all the Doctors. Now the problem is when I printed out the pattern, his leg pattern wasn't right. Like the boot and the leg didn't match up properly. So I never finished it because I got frustrated and I moved down and I ended up making like a Harley Quinn or something at that point. So yeah, there's that. And that's all in my tub. So I have 2 more projects that are long buried. This first one, I had big plans of making all the kids a blanket last year for Christmas. And Bernat, I want to say it was the Crochet Crowd. Michael was working with like Bernat or somebody, and they were doing this pinwheel design blanket thing, and I was going to make this one for Bryce. And it's really cool. It uses Karen cakes, so not Bernat. It uses Karen cakes. So pardon the wiggle. I think Michael had like used 2 different Karen cakes together or something. There was like a whole big post about him like sitting on his back porch doing it. And he made this little pinwheel design for an Afghan. So I started it. I got 1 blue Karen cake. It's like blueberry cheesecake or blueberry crumble or something. And then some gray. And I called it Hurricane Bryce because blue's his favorite color. And then like gray stormy craziness. And he's a whirlwind of energy. Like a hurricane. So I nicknamed it Hurricane Bryce. And it's fairly big. It's like a little lap size for, you know, a baby. But I never finished it. I have the other blue ball somewhere around here too. But I've never finished it. Now, I still have a bunch of this one yet. Now here is the Mac Daddy of whips. This thing is a gazillion years old. I've been making this as long as I've known Lee Mack from Totally.net. It's one of her patterns. I still have all the yarn that I need for it sitting here that I've been using because I refuse to use yarn from it because I don't want to muck up my colors. There's something in the bottom of here. No. Yeah, and I believe there's like eight colors. I'm going to have to scooch back a little bit. Pardon the wiggle. This thing is sitting on my bed. Okay. Are you ready? It's really cool. Apparently at some point my one blue I've noticed must have been a different dye lot. But it's one of those things, it doesn't have a dye lot. Clearly it does. But, like, I hate myself for stopping. I know she says when you get to the eyes, it just flies from there. I haven't made it to the eyes, you guys. But I'm so close. And I have to finish this. Especially because I'm showing it on the podcast now. I have to. Do you see it? Look at how cool that looks. I'm so proud of this thing. And I'm so freaking close to done that it hurts my heart a little bit. Isn't it so cool? Like the colors I picked for it were perfect and everything. But I think you can probably see right there. You see that line? It's the exact same blue. But like I said, it says it doesn't need a dye lot, but clearly it had a dye lot. So that's where I am. It looks freaking cool, and it looks even cooler on camera. I freaking love it so much. I need to finish him. I'm so sorry, Spock. Eventually you will live long, I promise. Live long time as a whip in hibernation, right? So yeah, now I'm going to show the back too, because those are always fun to see. I will finish him. I will. I know I will. I promise I will. I want him done so bad. He's going to go up on my wall, even though Josh is not. He's not terribly a futuristic sci-fi kind of person, which breaks my heart a little bit. But he's redeemed with his love for Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones and things like that. So I'll keep him. He likes Star Wars. He didn't hate the new Star Trek films. The new Star Trek films are probably some of my favorite. Into Darkness might be my all-time favorite movie. I won't even lie. I love it. And Zachary Quinto's. So yeah. Yay! I love it. And now I really want to work on it. Desperately. I'm pretty sure July was like my 5-year mark of when I started it. I think it was 5 years. So maybe by next July, you know, like, or another 5 years from now, what's happening with my hair? You like my hat? I'm pretty sure I talked about this already too. I love this hat too. So there's my whips, you guys. There's probably more floating around, but that's all I could find. So that's all we're going to talk about. So now that this has been a very lengthy episode for Vlogtober today, I'm going to call it a night, and I'm going to go see if I can't get some more work done on the cactus tutorial for you guys. So I'll see you tomorrow.